everybody, it's Mena. Welcome back to my channel, or if this is the very first video that you're seeing of me, then welcome to my channel. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button down below if you didn't already. I post every day except for Tuesday and Thursday afternoons, and today in this video, I'm going to tell you guys a story about how I was the only person in my drama class at school to know the story of Jack and the Beanstalk. So this is a story just to teach you guys how important it is to remember your fairy tales. Because fairy tales are as old as time. They're easy to remember because they've been around for years. I actually made this video before, but my mom called when the camera was recording and the video cut off, so I didn't get to do my outro for the video. So I'm redoing the video right now, and I'm gonna get started, and I hope you guys enjoy the story, and hopefully it teaches you guys how important it is to remember your fairy tales. So I'm gonna get started. So this all started when I was in the 7th grade. I was taking a drama class that was chosen for me at the time, because when I was in 7th grade, we didn't get to pick our extracurricular classes because they just assigned it for us at the time. I don't know why. It was just the way the school was run. But when we were in 8th grade, we got to pick our extracurricular classes and stuff. And these were just fun classes we took. Like, you could take drama, Spanish, or you could take art. So art, or just any class that is assigned to you. So I was assigned to drama. I didn't like drama at the time, but they just put me in it. I don't know why I was assigned to drama when I didn't even like to act at the time, but I just still participated anyway. So one of our assignments one time was to act out fairy tales. I was with these group of people who were super nice, and our story that we got assigned was Jack and the Beanstalk. And everybody's like, what is the story of Jack and the Beanstalk? And I'm like, how do you guys, I was like, you guys don't know the story of Jack and the Beanstalk? And they're like, no. I was super surprised because usually you know your fairy tales by 7th grade and stuff, and nobody in my group knew the story of Jack and the Beanstalk. So I just decided to help everybody by explaining the story. So what we had to do was I had to tell everybody how the story went, and then the next thing I had to do was explain to them what happened in the story and how it happened. And then what we had to do next was assign everybody. So I kind of was like the director of the story, and I had to tell everybody how the story went, what happens in the story. I wasn't really the narrator or anything, but I was just the storyteller. I mean, not the storyteller, I mean the person directing everybody, sort of like the director, but I wasn't really the director. So I was like directing everybody what they should do in the story. So what I had to do was we had to assign one person as Jack. They had me as the Beanstalk because they couldn't do too much stuff because of my knee. So the Beanstalk was the easiest thing they could do. We had one person play the giant, one person play Jack's mother, and then we had one person play a cow. So what we did was I had to go through what to do with everybody of the story, like what happened with Jack, how we got the beanstalk and what stock and everything, and then what they had to do to act the story out. So I was like helping them the whole time with the story, and everybody kind of like was getting a little confused at first, but then they were picking it up fairly quickly once I went over it with them several times and everything. And it took us a few weeks because we had, I think, only 2 weeks to do the acting out of the fairy tale. I think it was 2 weeks or so. I don't remember, but yeah, it was 2 weeks. So it took us 2 weeks to get it right because they were making mistakes, like forgetting their lines, forgetting what to say and stuff. But I was just like directing everybody through the whole story, making sure they got everything right so we could get a good grade on this assignment. And we were all working together, which is super awesome. And so the 2 weeks went by, and we got our story right, we got our lines correct, and we got everything right. So when we acted out the story, we did a really good job. My teacher was super impressed because we got the whole story correct. We did it correctly. We followed the lines in the exact way like I told them the story was, and we did a really good job and we got a good grade for it. And I was super happy that we all worked together to do the story of Jack and the Beanstalk. And I was super happy to work with the people in my group because they were all just very nice and helpful, and I was glad I was able to help them so they could help me as well. So the moral of the story is always make sure you remember your fairy tales, because fairy tales are as old as time. And an important thing is, if you don't know your fairy tale, make sure you have the fairy tale that you're supposed to be acting out in your drama class. Make sure you have somebody who knows the fairy tale so then they can help you out, because if you don't know the fairy tale and the rest of your group doesn't know the fairy tale, then how are you going to do the story? And I know you could just look at books and stuff, but it's always important to make sure you remember your fairy tales so then you can act them out just in case. So that was a story about how I was the only person in my group to know the story of Jack and the Beanstalk. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I post every day except for Wednesday and Thursday afternoons, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye!